got a light. I will still be able to see my way. But if you don't have a light, then you're worried. What if there's a hole there or things like that that can, where you can find yourself in that hole? You see, the light gives you security on your path, gives you assurance, because you can see your way. And a lot of people in this world are like that. They are stumbling in the dark. They try this one, they try that one, they try this one, they are not even sure whether that's the right one. And that's what happened when you don't have Jesus. You are not really sure that is the right person for you, that that's the right job, that this is the right place to move. I remember Pastor Gene, they were in Sacramento, I was told. But I know when we were in Sacramento a long time ago, many in the Bay Area, they moved to Sacramento. They bought houses there. And I can tell that some of them don't know Sacramento. Why? Because they buy a house in this area, and if you know Sacramento, that's one place you don't want to buy a house. Because there are gangs there are drug dealing going on there, but they say it's cheap. But you see that's the thing is, they don't know. So, same thing in this world. A lot of people, they make decisions of this and that, something they don't know. But Jesus says, I am the light of the world. In other words, in this confusing, dark world in which we live, you need Jesus to guide your way. In fact, I really believe that the Lord led me to this church. Because I don't want to be here. That is 3 times more for my wife. 3 times she don't like to be here. So, but I ended up here because I saw the light. When I went to the camp, there was a man who handed me $100. Didn't even know this man. He just heard the word of God, and somehow it motivated him to give me $100. Oh, this is a blessing. Maybe there's more of this in the church. No, just kidding. But, how do you know that God is leading you to somewhere, something? God shows you the way. Either He will give you peace, He will give you a sign, many things that God can do. To me, that was a sign. This man is a generous man. I don't know him. This is my first time to see him. I believe that church must be a generous church. Do you believe Delta is a generous church?
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, just look at our offering.
Yes.
Just look at our missionary work. Just look at our fact that we paid the mortgage of this church. That cannot happen if you're not generous.
Amen. Praise God.
You see, God will lead you because He claims to be the light of the world. If you don't have Jesus, you don't know which direction you should go. And a lot of people find big disappointments. Big disappointments. I heard of a family that they were in Alaska, and in Alaska there's big quakes over there. The last big quake there, I was there. The Alaska quake. There's a ship that is about 3 miles inland. Ship, like a big ferry. And instead of just pulling that ship back to the water, they just convert it to a motel because it's already there. And there's another big ship that was carried on top of rocks, like what do you call that? Those breakwater. So instead of pushing that ship back to the water, they convert it to a cannery. Cannery. That's how big. That must be a mighty big tsunami. Wait. So this family, they're afraid of that. They moved to the mainland. They're in the what's called the Midwest, and they all died because a tornado hit their house. You see, try to escape an earthquake, but they all end up swept by a tornado. You see, maybe it's God's, I don't know. But the main thing is, we do things based on our own what? Understanding. That's what Proverbs said. Lean not in your own understanding. In all your ways, trust the Lord. Lean not in your, He will what? He will direct your path. That's what He meant by, I am the light of the world. Meaning He is the one that will direct your path. That's why Jesus claimed to be, I am the light of the world. You want to be sure of the direction of your life? You need Jesus in your life. You want to be sure that in the end, you will reap what you have worked and labored for? That you will enjoy it? You need Jesus in your life. Because I've seen even in movies, my daughter is fond of this, she would share to us, you know this guy, that person, rich and famous, but you know what? He lived a miserable life. In other words, they were not able to enjoy the so-called success of life. How many people are like that? They aim to be this and that only to find out it didn't really give them that kind of joy. Jesus says, you want to enjoy life? Not just at the start, but all the way to the end. Then He said, I am your light along the way. That's why a lot of people who don't have Jesus, they don't know the meaning of life. They don't know the purpose of life beyond this planet. All they can see is here. Without Jesus, there's no purpose beyond this grave. You see that in the lives of people. Everything they have is vested in this world. People who don't have Jesus, they don't know the true joy of life. You know that there is a real true joy of life? I've said this, but if you drive around San Francisco in what they call Broadway area, there's a big sign there, House of Joy. Why people go there? They don't have joy. But if you have Jesus, you know the real joy. Some people, they already have money, but they cannot be sad. They want more and more. Because why? They don't know the true riches of life. Others who found Jesus, they're content. Why is that? Because they found the true what? Satisfaction of life. See, with Jesus, He will show you as a light. He will guide you to the true joy, the true riches, the true happiness. That's why on this day I'm going to sing the song, Take the World, but Give Me Jesus. Why do you think that guy composed that song? Because he came to that conclusion, that all that he's looking for really is in Jesus. Wow! Take the world, but give me Jesus. Wow! You see, but you see many people who go to church, they act like the rest of the world. Oh, they scramble, they want everything for themselves, hoarding everything. But you see, you can't take them with you because they don't have the light. Jesus says, I am the light. Then He said, I am the gate. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. He will come in and go out and find pasture. John 10:9. Now, of course, the author says this is a reference to the kingdom and recalls the words of Psalm 23:2 where he said, He makes me lie down in green pastures. You see, salvation is found through Jesus. He is the gate to the kingdom. And no one can enter except through Him. And that's clear in John 3:3 and John 14:6. Jesus says, if you want to enter on the things of God, there's no other way but Jesus. Because He is the door. He is the door to that peace that God promised. He is the door to that satisfaction. He is the door to that joy. And that's why parents because they have already experienced many, because they're already matured, they need to teach their children these things. It is their responsibility to point them to Jesus as the gate to whatever they're aiming to accomplish in life. But if the parents themselves don't know this, how can they teach their kids? So you're going to have children who are also stumbling here and there. Parents who are crying later on because things not. Why? Because they have not guided their kids to the gate that is called Jesus. They have not led their children to the true bread and the true light. That is Jesus. Because you and I cannot be with our children forever. And my daughter is always worried. What if you are no longer here? And mommy no longer here? What would happen? And I told her, like I said, everything I have will be yours. So don't worry about it. But the thing is, I'm not the gate. I'm not the door. Jesus is. And it doesn't matter where you are, Jesus can guide you to the right door of success. Why? Because He is the gate to all that we are looking for in life. To all that we're looking for in life. And everybody is looking for something. Somebody says, I'm looking for that. When they have it, no, it doesn't satisfy me. I'm going to try that one. Because they have been entering all kinds of gates except Jesus. You see, Jesus is the only gate to real happiness. And then He said He's the good shepherd. John 10:11 says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. You see, when Jesus says He is the good shepherd, it is a contrast to the fact that there are bad shepherds. Do you know that there are bad shepherds? Yeah. Sorry, Ramon, I'm just going to use you as an illustration. This is my cousin, first cousin Ramon. Because when we were kids, we have cows. I have my cow, he has his cow. And so to speak, we shepherd this. And because they are tied, they got rope, they can't go to the water hole or the river. So by noontime, especially with the hot sun in the Philippines, you need to untie that cow and bring that cow to the river. Okay? But if you are a good shepherd. But if you are a bad shepherd, it's already 1 in the afternoon, and the cow has been shouting and he almost ran out of voice because he's so thirsty. The shepherd is still there playing huling with the marble, and he forgot he got a cow there that needs to be taken to the water. And so that's a bad shepherd. But Jesus says, I'm a good shepherd. I'm not that one. Now, excuse because he might see this thing. Kuya Jun, bakit ako naman? I'm just using it. Because we were kids at the time, young. So kids act like kids. And sometimes when you untie that animal, that cow, boy, it will run like a bullet because it's so thirsty. So thirsty. Because the shepherd is not good. But Jesus says, I am the good shepherd. He said, a rich person will hire a shepherd. And the hireling, the hired shepherd, they're more interested on the salary than the safety of the sheep. And so if there's something like we don't have this in the Philippines, but in this area of the world, they have wolves there. They have lions or bears. And they have those predators. The shepherd is more concerned about his safety, he will run away and leave all the sheep there, or the animals. Because they're more for themselves than the sheep. But you know what Jesus did? He said, I'm the good shepherd. I don't run away. I gave my life for the sheep. That's what he said. When he died on that cross, he is the good shepherd. We are the sheep. You know what he did? He gave his life for you and I. The good shepherd protects the sheep. That's why, if there's something you can thank God this Thanksgiving Day, you can thank Him for what? Being, He is the ultimate of your need of your life, the bread. He is the one that will show you the way. You don't have to be carried and confused with what's going on. He is the sure door to happiness and success and all of that. But you should thank Him also because what? He is the one that protects you 24/7. Just the other day, I was on my way to Pastor James' birthday. And there, in Highway 4, I was on the extreme right lane.